Elon Musk has done the unimaginable, the unthinkable, the impossible, and haters will say it's fake, but he actually has predicted the future of driving with the Cybertruck. If you don't believe me, roll the clip.
The Homer.
Wait, that was The Simpsons. That wasn't Elon Musk. How do they do this every single time? What's going on, party people? How are you all doing? And yes, the roads are plagued with this abomination of a car. And I'm coming in red hot as an absolute hater for this car. Because the other day, I was driving along the Sea to Sky Highway. If you don't know, it is by far one of the most beautiful drives on planet Earth. The drive is so beautiful, I was raw dogging it the whole time. No radio, no nothing, just taking in the nature and the beauty. And I was thinking to myself, maybe all of my mental illnesses are made up in my mind. And then just when I thought things were going great, over the hill, I saw a Cybertruck coming towards me. And all of a sudden, all of that positivity, all of that serotonin disappeared out of my mind. And I was like, you know what? I could keep driving, or I could just turn this wheel and just go over the cliff instead. And that's the vibe that this car brings, alright? Picture this. You know, you're with your homies and you're at a party. Everyone's having a great time, everyone's vibing out, and then Greg shows up. Oh, who the fuck invited Greg, alright? Kills the mood instantly. And in this instance, Greg is the Cybertruck. Here are my initial thoughts with the Cybertruck. You've heard of the childless cat ladies, but have you heard of the Virgin Tech Bros? This car looks like when I asked my nephew to draw me a car, what he thinks a car looks like. That's what a Cybertruck is. I know the main audience for this car is tech bros, but it's actually perfect for stoner skateboarders as well, so they can have a sick ramp wherever they go. And I thought I was the only one feeling these kind of emotions until I came across a subreddit called Cyberstuck. Turns out, I'm not the only one that hates Cybertrucks. And it's great to have a community feeling, and today I want to use this platform to share the community with you. And before we get any further, press subscribe, because for every subscriber that we get, another one of Elon Musk's children emancipates themselves. Here we have a whole bunch of unsold Cybertrucks, and yeah, this is like pretty common. If you don't sell your stock, it all kind of like piles up there. But this looks like a fever dream, you know? This looks like the end of one of the Paranormal Activity films when someone comes out of the house and like the whole street is like possessed with people. That's like this, you know, you're driving in the parking lot, you're trying to find a spot, you know, it's a Saturday, the mall is busy, you don't want to be there, and then you turn the corner and this is what you see? Yeah, you see that? That is some cult-like shit. I could only imagine this dad is like, God damn, I'm going to turn a corner, they're all his tech bros going to be standing in a circle, holding hands, just being like, hold up, I got a show to promote. Toronto, I am coming to your city to do some stand-up comedy. Come check me out October 17th at 7 p.m. at the Comedy Bar on Bloor Street, and it's going to be a very special night. Because you know why? Because it's my birthday. So come hang out, grab your tickets, come watch me perform some stand-up comedy. It's part of the pop-up comedy festival by Kenan Thompson. Yeah, that Kenan Thompson. So I'd love to see you there. Come have a laugh. And if you don't, that's alright. It's my birthday. Just come hang out anyways. I hope to see you there, Toronto. Back to the video. I don't think I've met anyone that has seen a Cybertruck in person and thought to themselves, damn, they look so cool. And this is a perfect example of that. Here is a tweet, or a zeet, as I might say. And before we get further about that, it is funny that Elon Musk is suing advertisers for pulling out of Twitter. Like, do you think Grimes is sitting there wishing that she could have done the same? Just saying. Guy pulled up in the restaurant in a Cybertruck and 5 different groups of people making fun of him. Pretty funny to drop $100K to get laughed at.
This monstrosity cost $82,000.
I hate to be the Simpsons reference guy. I really do. But this is like when Marge had that boyfriend in high school and he turns out to be this like tech bro and he thought people are gonna love me now because I have money and everyone still fucking hates him. Sorry to break it to you, but money doesn't fix you if you're a nerd.
Get off me, you little nerd!
And fuck it, while we're at it, let's keep the Simpsons references going. I know a lot of people were referencing the similarities between Hank Scorpio and Elon Musk, but really, he just gives off the vibes of Homer Simpson in the episode where he builds his own car.
I want a horn here, here, and here. You can never find a horn when you're mad. And they should all play La Cucaracha.
Can do, Mr. S.
And sometimes the kids are in the back seat. They're hollering. They're making you nuts. There's gotta be something you can do about that.
Maybe a built-in video game would keep them entertained?
You're fired! What is my brother paying you for?
What about a separate soundproof bubble dome for the kids with optional restraints and muzzles?
Bullseye! And another thing, when I gun the motor, I want people to think the world is coming to an end. Rum, rum, rum.
This one is, look at those extra greasy fingerprints. I hate to dunk on the people that buy these cars, but I'm going to do it because you're in a tax bracket where I can punch up. I can only imagine the diet of the people with Cybertrucks is just chicken fingers, and that's fine. I love a chicken finger and a tendy. Dip it in some sauce. That's all good. But you're going to leave your mark on the world. People are going to know the type of person that you are, leaving these kind of fingerprints on a truck like that. So just be warned, the Cybertruck will also out you as being a nerd, but also having a really shit diet.
I'm gonna run a train on these chicken fingers. I'm just gonna be like, yum, 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 yum.
This Cybertruck is just parked up under a whole bunch of trees, and I will say, this is a smart idea because the car is just made out of metal, and I can only imagine during summer, if this car was parked in a parking lot with no shade whatsoever, it would just be a sauna. It would be a furnace. You'd get in there and you'd just be incinerated. Elon, you can't be doing that to your #1 client base because then how else are they going to praise you on Twitter? For whatever reason, I found this really funny, having a flat tire at the airport, because it doesn't look like a flat tire. Again, it just looks like it's just been melted in the sun. And maybe it has. Maybe these cars just get way too hot and the tires are like, nah, dude, I'm out. I found this one hilarious because this person thought the Cybertruck was a dumpster, and I would honestly think the same thing at night because I remember during the summer, I was down at the beach with my friends, smoked a little joint, and I looked over at the garbage bin and there was like a cardboard box leaning against it, and I thought it was a guy just staring at me. So if I was in that same situation at night and I saw one of these Cybertrucks, I was like, yo, sick, I have a whole bunch of garbage here to throw in there. I just read the caption and this person had the same idea. They thought it was a dumpster and they were just like, yep, I'm just going to throw my shit in there. Maybe we should do that, you know, kind of send a message in a weird revolutionary way of us peasants. It's like, yeah, we're not in a tax bracket to afford a Cybertruck, and we're going to let you know what you did was a dumb decision. That could actually be a great plot line for Revenge of the Nerds 2024. I know I've dunked a lot on the type of audience that this car attracts, but you can't deny that I'm wrong, okay? You can't say that I'm wrong for thinking that, because look at this color option that this person has made, okay? Look at this. Look at this for a moment. You think a woman with her life together and just enjoying her life would decide to wrap her color in piss gold? I don't fucking think so. While we're at it, I'm going to throw it back to my own memories. Another time in my life where I thought everything was going fine and dandy, and it maybe might not have been. I used to tour with bands for a living, and I remember there was this one tour bus called the Golden Nugget, and it was wrapped in a color like this. And you knew if you were on a tour and you got that bus, your tour is fucked from the get-go. That bus was cursed. It was always breaking down. There was always something wrong with it. And it was just like this bad omen. That's the vibe that the Cybertruck brings, especially if you wrap it in a color like that. Found this one interesting. A Cybertruck in a parking lot just over a whole bunch of spots so no one can park next to him. I'm sorry. Wasn't the point of buying this car that was bulletproof and no one could affect it, no one could hurt it? Go on, show off your car. Go on, just let it park next to an F-150 and just let it get dinged up a little bit. Come on, aren't you the cool tough guy? Don't you want to show off to all your friends with your sick car? Park it next to another car. Let's just see what happens. Come on. I found this one interesting. This is just Breaking Bad in 2024. The Cybertruck with an Airstream, because, you know, you spend all that money on a car and you're just like, shit, I gotta pay it back somehow. Let's get cooking. I love the creativeness to some people, and I know that the owner didn't do this, and I'm hoping it's one of their kids as well to be like, Dad, the decision you made, the midlife crisis that you're having, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Call mom instead and tell her that you love her. And in the meantime, we're going to stick googly eyes on your car to show you how much of a dickhead you are. Honestly, I wish Everything Everywhere All at Once came out a little bit later, because I was just like hoping that this would have been a plot line in the film to also show Elon Musk how much of an idiot he is to have a car like that. I can imagine like teenagers that, you know, they might get a little high and they might get behind the wheel. You shouldn't be doing it, but you might do it, okay? You're a teenager, mistakes happen, all right? Just try not to do it. This is not an endorsement. But I can imagine those kids driving home at night and then they see that in the rearview mirror. They're just like, ah! All right, I think that's enough making fun of the Cybertruck. But I do want to say, if you've ever had a horror story with a Tesla, leave a comment down below. Because I live in Vancouver and nearly every day I'm run over by a Tesla or something crazy is happening with those kind of cars. So if you've got a wild story, leave a comment down below and I might make a video about that. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and pray for me that when I go to sleep at night, Hank Scorpio isn't there for flamethrower in my face. Goodbye.